Fáilte over Cóide, you're welcome indeed to another edition of the programme. Well, this week we're in the North Mayo capital to bring you highlights of the Ballina Heritage Day, which is part of the Ballina Salmon Festival. And the event featured live music, local crafts, food vendors and historical displays, with highlights including exhibitors, organisers and indeed the volunteers. It was a day to celebrate the rich history and culture of Ballina and indeed Mayo, with a huge community turnout in glorious sunshine. So sit back, relax and enjoy.
Delighted to be in Ballina here today. It's one of the first functions that I'm attending, and it's great to be out among the people. The weather is beautiful, crowds are great, and a great exhibition of all artefacts here and real heritage. And it's great to see people, so many people put in such an effort to get dressed up, and the heritage, it's great to see it. But it's great to be out here today, enjoying the day and amongst so many good people.
Hello Henry, you're very welcome to Ballina this glorious day here. Actually it is, but I have to confess, it's only for today. Jared Monday is the official Cathaoirleach, and Jared is on holidays at the moment for a few days, so I'm the vice. So it's just for today, and he will be taking over from them. But having said that, I'm delighted that I am Cathaoirleach for today. Just look at the buzz here, Henry, the crowd, as you always come here, you can see it again, the atmosphere, and to think that this is one of the largest festivals in the wide Atlantic way that we have here, and the crowds get bigger and bigger year after year. There'll be in excess of 130,000 here today. Look what that does for the economy, all around Burstyn, Menniscrone to Erris, as Sean said, to Balmullet. They're here from everywhere. I've met people here today from Wexford that haven't been in Ballina for a long time but had family roots here a long time ago. And I think that's the kind of day it is, and to welcome all those. I have to say that for us personally, it's very, very warm and welcome to just see all that. We love it.
Henry,
good to see you as well. And of course it's double for you because you have a festival going on across Malina as well, and you're here in Ballina today.
That's right. Well, we're very fortunate to have two festivals going, which is great. But just to tell you, we're after coming about 200 yards or less. In that time between Annie May and Sean, we've been stopped about 100 times. So that just shows you people from the Erris area and from all around this North Mayo area are coming here today. But there's one person I want to remember today. It's PJ Clarke.
Yeah, he's in hospital at the moment.
Is in hospital, and he would have been on that stand that we're actually being interviewed. And I want to think of him today. He's a very special person for the festival and for the history of North Mayo and for Mayo. So I just want to remember him and hope it gets well quick.
And Michael, of course, you have, as I said, you have the festival in Crossmalline as well. But I'm sure you've met a lot of people from over your part of the world here today as well.
I mean, it's well. I have to say, I was the cause of a few stops, but not in comparison to the two of these people here and Mary Trays. In fairness, we've been inundated with people stopping us and asking us different things, and it's brilliant. And look, where would you be with a day like today with the weather so good? But in Ballina or Crossmalina.
You're new to the council here. How are you settling into it?
I'm settling in really well, Henry, thanks to my fantastic colleagues here today. And today is all about community and community spirit. And we are so blessed to have this beautiful sunshine out today. We're here in the Ballina, the salmon capital of Ireland, and couldn't be prouder to be here today on the highlight of the entire festival. It's the 61st year of the festival, and it's the largest community festival on the Wild Atlantic Way. We can't do this without the volunteers, the hundreds of volunteers that work year round to make this happen. So I want to say a gur mágads to the committee who've worked tirelessly day and night to make this happen. And there's so much to see and do here between vintage cars and crafts. It's a perfect day to celebrate Irish culture and Irish heritage. and we couldn't be happier to be here.
You're a blacksmith here. You're based just outside Charlestown.
Yeah, in Clarke Castle, small village called Clarke Castle. I have a forge at the home place, and I do workshops and work with tourists, and all kinds of people from all over come to have a go at blacksmithing. It's had a sort of a revival, mainly due to TV and blacksmithing shows on TV and bladesmithing shows. So it's got a bit of a revival and people are interested. And here today it's just to show the craft, you know, to people that might have never seen it, and to keep it in the public domain, you know. I'm known for the 9 irons, an old Irish amulet that dates back to the early 1800s, and I make the 9 irons rings as well.
I can imagine they'd be very popular, wouldn't they?
They're very popular, and they're getting more popular now over the last few years. The original amulet, I'll show it to you. It's an old amulet that people would have carried for luck, like a lucky charm. And I had the cross, the plough coulter, the ploughshare, a shovel blade, a spade blade, a little axe, a saw, the griddle pan for baking on the open fire, and the nail from the horseshoe for good luck. And this is something people would have carried or hung up in the house at night time.
Wow.
So those 9 pieces are the 9 pieces you see on the 9 irons ring. So it's a bit of Irish heritage that's attached to my trade.
Alana, congratulations on being crowned the Lady of the Moy. You've been busy since you got the title.
Thank you very much. Yes, very busy. All the kids' events and everything, but it's great fun, and it's great to see everyone out here today. I know it's only early, but hopefully we'll get more people in later, and it's lovely talking to everyone.
Yeah, and I love your outfit.
Thank you. All thanks to all the girls at Ballina Costume Company. They were great, helping me try on everything and pick things out that suited me, and hats and everything. It was great.
Now, you're a student, aren't you? A nursing student?
Yeah, I'm a nursing student up in Queen's in Belfast. Yeah, and it's great. I've done 18 weeks of placement so far, and I love it. 2 more years left to go, and then hopefully I'll be qualified and into the working world.
When you were crowned, what was the moment you were crowned? What was that like for you? What were you thinking?
It was a bit of a shock. Like, he said the cotton cobble first, and I don't think it registered in my brain, and then he called my name, and it was just pure shock. And then all of a sudden it was pictures, and I was only saying to Mum last night, I think it only fully hit me last night when I came home, because there's little kids coming up being like, oh, you're a princess, and I remember being like that to the Lady of the Moy when I was small. So it's very surreal, but it's a great experience. I'm so thankful I got to do it.
Yeah, we have a number of vintage cars that we hold in the Defence Forces up in the DFTC there in the Curragh camp. The 2 pieces that we have here on display behind me now is the Scorpion tank, and we have the Universal Carrier as well behind us. A lot of them came into commission there. The first one here came into commission in 1940, and this came in around 1960 and was still used till around 2004 until it got replaced then with the Moag Piranha 8x8. So it's a great piece for kids to come out and have a look at. It's interesting, it's different to what we have, and it's a nice little thing to have as a vintage display for the military. So the older one, as you see here beside me, they would have used this for, basically it's kind of universal carrier, so it carries anything, troops, it can carry armour, carry ammunition. As I said, it was bought in the 1940s, so we bought 6 of them in 1940, and they were used up till 1960 until they were replaced then. That was probably our successor here that was actually replaced then in 1960. They still both run, still perfect running condition, and they're driving no bother. very fun to have a little bit of a drive-in, and it's very interesting to get into part of the military vintage and remember what we used to have. And Father was in the army, he retired in 1980, so he would have seen a lot of this coming into actual action when he was actually in. Thank you very much.
We're based down in Poitin, Thatching School, and we're just getting it up and running now, getting the courses going, and it's a lot of interest, from all over.
So I believe from even abroad now people are, and is it people that want to take up the art of thatching or just have a curiosity?
A lot of them want to take it up because a lot of them around Donegal have thatch cottages, and there's only, I would say, 3 good thatchers left around, and they're getting on in age now, and they're just wanting to recruit more and get people, younger people, to get the interest and get it up and going and become thatchers themselves.
And what's involved in the art of poitin making?
Well, it's the art of poitin making is where the old people done it. You put rye or you put barley in an old bag and you throw it in water and it fermented.
And that's what's in the big...
that's what's in the still. That's in the still, and you brew it with sugar and yeast, and you leave it for about 3 weeks. Like that was, we started making that about 3 weeks ago. You heat the still, the steam comes through, it hit the cold water, and it turns, the steam turns into alcohol.
So this is your poitin here?
That's 100%. That's 100% alcohol. We'll bring it down and down.
Of course, yeah.
You know,
and you're doing it for charity as well.
So if somebody wants a shot to see is this a real thing, we give them a small sample, and if they want to throw a couple of pounds in the basket for Cancer Care West, we'll take that too.
You've just taken up the role of manager here at the Jackie Clarke collection quite recently. How's it going for you?
It's going absolutely fantastic. I have to admit, I'm here a year on the 21st of June. It's been one fast year, but it's been fantastic. Beautiful place to work. The Jackie Clarke collection is just a wonderful collection, is all I can say. Like Irish history spanning over 400 years. I actually do look at it at times and think, oh my God, he was some man for one man to collect 100,000 artefacts. Like, it's just fantastic. And he has collected artefacts from all sides of Irish history. We know he was of one persuasion politically, but he collected all sides because he wanted it for the public to be able to come in, debate about it, chat about it, laugh about it if you could, but it was just so interesting in what he did. I'm fascinated by it, to be honest with you.
So today is a huge day for us. So we do a year-long calendar of events here at the Jackie Clarke Collection to complement everything Yvonne is after talking to you about there. But today would be our busiest day here. So here we have on display today, we have 2 of the vintage car fleet from the Defence Forces outside the door. We have an amazing display in our Ireland's Memory Room, again from the Military Archive in the Curragh in Kildare, and they have brought down items such as Eamon Kent's pipes are back, and we're proud to say we're the only other place in the world that has got to display Eamon Kent's pipes, and this is our 3rd time having the pipes. There's also items from Dennis Barry, who was a soldier during the Rising and the War of Independence down in Cork, so a lot of the generations are always interested in those kind of artefacts. Behind us we have Pat Boyle and Pat's Country Roadshow to keep us alive with music. We have Edward Gaughan, who was an entrepreneur here in Ballina for many, many years, with his pipe collection, and it's even just for people to come out and reminisce with Edward.
Tony, great to see you here at Heritage Day in the Ballina Salmon Festival, over from Manchester.
I am indeed from Mayo, Manchester, and it's great to see you, Henry, looking so great.
So are you over for the whole festival?
The whole festival, yeah. We've brought the sunshine with us.
You certainly have. And have you brought any artists with you? Because I know you normally tour here.
I've just been down to see Laura Fleming, fantastic dance with Laura, and a few other artists, the Sheila Moffat School of Irish Dancing, come down to check those out. But we've not brought the pipe band over this year.
Right. Declan, even during festival time, the council has to continue doing business. Today is Heritage Day, but you're very much working here in the council building, in the civic offices.
Sure, yes. The civic offices are open and providing lots of services to our customers. And also our councillors were in this morning because we had our monthly municipal district meeting this morning. It coincided with Heritage Day, but that's good because then the councillors like to go uptown and experience Heritage Day. But yeah, the show must go on regardless of what's happening out in the town. We provide a lot of support to them and we work with them. We plan over the coming months up to the festival as to what streets may need to be closed, what sort of barriers need to be put in place. We also put up the canopy in the Market Square, which is used for music and dancing, so you'll see that later on. And we also give them some funding towards the festival, because obviously putting on festivals, as we know, is expensive. So the councillors allocate funding to them each year, and we work closely with them. And then there's obviously little things happen from time to time that we need to deal with, but generally it runs very successfully. Council is very happy to support them, and we work with them very closely, and there's a great committee and great volunteers out there to do all the work.
Yeah, it's a stationary engine. So basically these were used as a form of providing power for different applications. This one was originally signed out for a dynamo job and sawing. So it would have been sawing timber and providing power through a dynamo, all driven through a belt pulley on the other side of the engine. So this would have been stationary, no wheels on it. It was built on a concrete base, and it would never have moved from its base. They had belt drive going up to the ceiling. So this was in Kilkenny Castle. At one stage, it had.
So this was the power machine for Kilkenny. It was powering Kilkenny Castle.
It would power some of Kilkenny Castle. I would think they would have had two, possibly three. So during the day, it pumped water from the river up to a big tank in the roof of the castle. So that's what his job was during the day, and sawing. At night time then it switched over and it drove a dynamo, so it provided power. So it heated the water that was pumped up during the day, so they had hot water on taps in 1937.
You wouldn't see too many of them around now, would you?
No, they would be getting less and less common. So probably over the last 15 or 20 years, a lot of these older machines have been scrapped for their weight in steel and iron, which is a real shame. There would be a good few of them preserved, but a lot of them scrapped for their weight.
We have cures for everything. We have cures for headaches in your shin bone, toothache in your bladder, warts, farts, bunions, carabungles, you name it and we have it. I'm at it for a long while now, so I am. They're nearly sick listening to me, but I keep going as long as I can. While that's going good, keep thriving. Heritage Day in Ballina is out in its own. Always is a class day. You have everything here that you want to see. I think it's one of the best festivals in Ireland. There's nothing to compare to it. So we're lucky and proud to have it. And all our councillors around and everybody coming into town, even Declan Turnbull, the town mayor here, and I'm the town crier, he's the town mayor, but he does more crying than I do.
And what kind of reaction are you getting from visitors as roll as time?
They just love it to see the people out, and the day is beautiful for it, and they don't see anything like this around the country at all, because there's a selection of everything in it. They have and they were singing up there a while ago with a girl called Fear and Lynn, a duet, and you wouldn't hear it on Broadway. I'm telling you, class altogether.
Tourism is basically a destination promotions organisation, so we work to promote everything that's happening and all the good things to see and do from Ballina to Belmullet and everywhere in between. We're supported here by the municipal district councillors in Ballina, by the Chamber of Commerce and by our membership base as well and Mayo County Council.
And looking forward now to the future, how optimistic are you about tourism in North Mayo?
I would be very optimistic, and the reason I would be very optimistic is because of the businesses and the people that operate here. Everyone is passionate. The people that live here and work here are passionate about the area and passionate about getting it out there. We were in Clone with Mayo County Council last week trying to promote North Mayo for the direct flights to Ireland West Airport, and if we can keep doing things like that, we have to stay optimistic. We have to stay positive. There's amazing festivals happening. Ballina, Belmullet, Gisala, Bunnyconn Agricultural Show. It's all happening. So get yourselves to North Mayo.
Jerry, great to see you on the streets of Ballina. Of course, home is, where is it at for you here?
Absolutely, Henry. You could throw a stone from where we're standing to where I was born and reared, back the park side of Ballina there. This is our annual day out in Ballina. We have a few pints every year. Myself and an old friend of mine, mightn't see him for 12 months, or might see him at Christmas time, but we go every year. This is our 20th year doing it. So we always come down and meet the people, have a bit of crack, a few pints, and sure, it's a brilliant atmosphere. You can see it. There's music everywhere, crafts everywhere. It's just a great event for the town.
So you take the day off yourself and you don't play tonight now, you just relax tonight?
I take today off and tomorrow off. Every year, as soon as we know the dates that are in, we take it off and blank it out and that's it, and we go out to town, enjoy ourselves and have the crack. It's great fun.
And how's the summer in general going for you, Jerry?
It's been busy, Henry. It's a funny time. Summer's a funny time for our businesses. It's mainly dancing and concerts and theatres and that kind of stuff. The festivals kind of take over then for the summer, but come the middle of August they'll be all dying off again and we'll be getting back to our normal thing. But it's like everything, it balances out over a year and you just have to roll with it and that's it.
This is one of the best days of the year in Ballina. The weather's great. Already I can see the quality of the displays is amazing. Some of the best I've seen in years. The crowds are gathering in. So our Heritage Day is literally one of the best days in town. The fact that family is at the heart of this festival, I think is one of the reasons it continues to be as successful as it is.
We had a group of volunteers here ready at the tourist office. High-vis gloves ready for action. This doesn't just happen, you know what I mean? A lot of planning and work all year. Paul Carabine and Rachel, outstanding the amount of work they did to bring us to this stage. But it's not just one person or two people or me as chairperson of the festival. It's the whole community and the volunteers. And like the businesses in the town, the Ballina Chamber of Commerce are behind the festival fully, and quite a lot of the businesses came on board and supported us because it costs a lot of money to bring this here today. But like, I'm so proud of being from Ballina today, and to just look around us and see all the people on every street. Look, it's the work that's beforehand, but the weather makes the day as well. You know, if somebody's sitting at home and it's raining, they say, I won't bother going today. But you know, from 10 o'clock this morning, the streets were full. And I think it's because, too, the amount, like we have 98 stalls that are pure heritage. It's all to do with our past and us being proud of where we're from and where we are today. I think it's marvellous for Ballina. And I actually think, you know, when people call it the National Heritage Day, and I think, I don't care, I'm from Ballina, but this is National Heritage Day. It's brilliant.
Sincere congratulations to all involved with the very successful Ballina Salmon Festival. Take a bow, and indeed I've no doubt a well-deserved rest. And just to remind you, a date for your diary, the Ballina Salmon Festival takes place from the 12th to the 19th of July 2026. So put it in your diary, you won't want to miss it. So until next week at the same time, slán go fóill.